Hi, welcome back to my channel. It is a gloomy day. We have sleet. It is cold. Thanks for joining me. I'm Lisa Kay, and today we are going to do a restorative yin yoga practice. This is going to be something different, and I think you're really going to appreciate it, especially if it's cold and dreary near you. I did write up something here that I wanted to make sure I shared a little bit of information about this style of class. So yin yoga is a slow-paced meditative style of yoga that involves holding passive yoga poses longer to target deep connective tissues. It is great to relieve stress, improve flexibility, and improve joint health. It enhances range of motion and calms the nervous system. This is going to be a very relaxing practice. So if you're looking to energize for the day, this might not be it, depending on your body. So today we're going to combine this style of yoga, yin yoga, with restorative yoga. Restorative yoga is a practice focused on deep relaxation and healing that uses props. Restorative yoga is great for pain and recovery, especially for athletes. The major difference in the both is the props used and the time the poses are held. So in yin, you don't necessarily use props, but you hold the poses a little longer, and they're relaxing and hit that deep connective tissue. Whereas restorative yoga, you're going to hold those poses for 5 to 10 minutes, and you're going to use props, and you're going to have a focus on long breaths as well. We're going to go right down the middle with that, and we're going to hold the poses more like yin yoga, a little bit less time, but we're going to do the props of restorative yoga. So remember to smash that like button, grab your mat and your cats like me, and let me show you a couple other things you're going to need today. Hold on. So today you're going to need 2 blocks and a bolster. And if you don't have these props, that is completely okay. If you don't have them, grab yourself some pillows, 2 pillows, and about 4 blankets just to be safe. If you don't have 4, we can probably make do with 2. And you're gonna want them kind of folded, and possibly I would do 2 folded and 2 folded up like a bolster. See how the bolster's round? So that's what you're gonna need, okay? So to do this, every pose, we're not gonna be flowing at all. Every pose is going to be held and very relaxing. So come to your mat, and we're gonna start in supported child's pose. And I'm sorry about the lighting today. As soon as I get those light fixtures, we'll be better off. So you're gonna come into child's pose with your rolled up blanket or bolster. Sit back on your calves, and you're going to put the bolster just like this in between you. Place your palms on the mat and let your head and neck go. We're going to stay here for a while. Feel your palms on the mat grounding you. Let the whole body go. Focusing on your breath. Almost like meditation, you're going to want to clear your thoughts if you can. Do this by focusing on your breath, acknowledging any feelings to your body today. Any pose that I move through too fast for you, just hit the pause button and hold it as long as you want to hold it. And if you're not touching your heels, that's completely okay. If this is uncomfortable for you, you could also add 2 blocks. We're not following the rules today. I'm going to use blocks how I think would feel good. Maybe you want your blocks here to help you. That's okay. That feels good too. Don't fall asleep on me now. because I'm recording on video, I'm probably not going to hold as long as I would like. Again, please just hit the pause button and take as much time as you need. Option to close your eyes or leave them open. That's up to you. Option to make adjustments along the way, finding what feels good. All right, we're going to come out of that. Now we're going to come into supported bound angle pose. What you're going to do here is take your blankets. You can use blocks if you have them. I'll show you. Well, no, I'm going to use my blocks, but you can use your, again, you can use your your blankets. So you remember supported bound angle. Hold on, first let me lay down. You're going to go like this. Place one of your blankets under your head. Let your knees drop to the side with the bottoms of the feet touching, supporting at your calves. You can also have one under your lower back if that feels good to you. Excuse me, my bolster's in the way. Place your hands on your tummy. Let this be your meditation today. You may notice some sensations in your upper thighs and hips. And if your feet don't touch, don't obsess over it. It's okay. If you have a hard time reaching the floor in this position, the blocks might be your better option than the blankets. Bring the legs together. Gently sit yourself up to set up for the next position. We're going to take supported supine twists. Okay, so for supported supine twists, you remember what supine twists are, right? Arms to a T. And you pull the leg up and over. I'm starting with my left leg. Look out the opposite direction. And what you can do here is you can place the blanket in between your legs up here and a blanket on your head. Or you can support with multiple blankets under the knee, which is also going to improve your flexibility and get you closer to the ground over time. So let's hold this here. I have 2 blankets under my knee for me. Keeping the right hip grounded into the mat here. each pose, take a little bit of time to notice where the tension is and where you think you can improve flexibility, or maybe where the pain's at today. Breathing into it. Come back to center. Extend the left leg out, right. We're gonna come and do the right leg supine twist, and then we'll set up. I'm going to place again 2 blankets under my leg. You can also put them between. You can put them under your head. Find what feels good for you. Look at the opposite side, and maybe if you're like me, you'll get a nice crack in the back like I just did. Feels good. Oh, look at that. Got some blocks here. Hey, that feels good. That's a nice too option, to put a block under your foot to elevate it. Back to center. Sit up. We're going to sit up for our next pose. Hit pause anywhere you need more time. Okay. For this one, you can take your blankets, or if you have a bolster, and we're going to come into supported bridge pose. Bridge pose. I'm actually going to use 2 blocks and a bolster for me. Come down so you can make sure you can see. So you're going to place the bolster or blankets, and you may need multiple blankets depending on your flexibility, and you're going to place it under your back, just at the tailbone there. Oh, that might be too high for me. Hang on. Let me try 2 blankets here. We're going to come into supported bridge pose, so your toes should be facing the short edge of the mat, knees together, not splaying off to the side. There we go. A block's kind of tough, but I don't know. I do need that bolster. Let me get this right here. Yeah, so you're going to need multiple blankets or a bolster, and you're going to just be like this with your palms beside you on the mat. Oh, that feels good. So you'll need multiple blankets under your lower back and multiple blankets under your head. If you need to grab more, take the moment to do that. The block is a little tough, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my blanket here for some cushion, because remember, we want this to be relaxing. All right. Try not to have your chest collapsing. Chin should be slightly tucked. Adjust it to what works for you. Hang on, this isn't right for me. You might find it's not right for you either. There we go. Yeah, I like the blanket actually, that's better. Don't splay your knees out to the side. I find I have a little bit of tension in the lower back here. I didn't even know it was there until I put the bolster there. Release the bolster. Take a pause. Drop the knees to the right. Use a blanket under your knees if that feels good for you. Now the left. Oh, feeling good. Just taking a moment here. We're going to come into supported fish pose now. And you will need a bolster or blanket under your head and your upper back, depending on how intense you want this to be. I'm going to place 2 blankets under my head and the bolster under my upper back. This is supported fish pose, so your head's supposed to be further down and you're going to be opening up through the chest. This is going to open up the chest. Just like that. Option to have the arms over here or over here. Extend the legs out. Point the toes forward. That feels really good in the chest. Expanding the heart. Slowly begin to lift yourself up, maybe bend the knees, use your elbow to ground into the floor and sit up. Whew. We're going to come into a supported, seated, wide-legged forward fold. How we're going to do this is place 2 blankets under your calves. You don't, that's optional. You don't have to do that, but I'm going to do that to make it even more relaxing. This isn't super, for lack of better words, restrictive. If you could find what feels good for you with your props, as long as you're in the pose, doing the pose correctly, and not in any way of any harm or hurting yourself. So begin with your legs spread wide, grounded into your sits bones. Come forward for a seated forward fold. If this is too low for you and you find that it's too painful in the inner thighs or the back or anything like that, option to bring it up to your level with more blankets so that it's not so intense, okay? Feet should still be engaged. I was looking down, but you can also do this. Palms into the mat beside the bolster with the fingers spread. Remember to keep breathing. Breathing through any uncomfortable feelings. As long as they're not pain. If they're pain, then back out of it. Holding as long as is comfortable for you. The longer the better if you can. Come back up or stay a while longer. That's up to you. But my phone's going to run out of space if I hold them too long. Option to take them all 3 minutes or longer if you want. So now we're going to come into supported frog pose. This could be quite intense for some people if that's the case. And why don't you go ahead and say in seated forward fold or one of the other poses that we were doing. So what you're going to do is for supported frog, come up to tabletop and begin to take your knees wider than your mat and slowly come down. And the bolster is going to be up your midsection. Palms beside it into the mat. The feet should be flexed, pointing the long side, the bottoms of your feet should be pointing the short edge of your mat, and they should be flat on their side. Let me move up so it can be properly seen. There you go, you can see better. So then you're just going to let the head go. This is a really, really deep groin stretch. Make any adjustments you need. You could also pad up with some blankets if it's too intense for you underneath your thighs on both sides. And that really helps take some pressure off. So if this pose is intense for you, I recommend that. Yeah, that really gets into the flexibility, adding the blankets in there. You could try that. Continue to breathe. I want you to stay as long as you want. You can extend the arms out further too. Feel a little bit of deeper stretch in the back. those feet flexed. The bottoms of your feet should be facing the short edge of the mat. Sides of your feet rooted into the ground, the floor. Let's come out of this. However works for you, comfortably. We're going to sit up. Take 2 blankets. We're going to come into cow face, supported. To do this, I want you to cross your legs, stacking one knee on top of the other. Well, no, let's modify a little bit. Let's just cross our legs here, just like this. Let's just do like an easy seat with blankets under it, okay? So one foot is into the pelvis, this foot's over here, and we're just gonna wrap the arms together. Gaze is forward. Legs are supported, the knees are supported. This feels really good in my shoulders. Make sure you're sitting up tall, spine is straight. And I really feel that today in the shoulders. What about you? Just stay mindful. I noticed I was sinking. Stay mindful. Let's take it to the other side. We're going to reverse the layout of our feet here. Bring in the other foot inside. We've got our blankets under us, and now we're going to take the other arm, oops, wrong arm, the opposite arm, and wrap it underneath. Why does that feel like I'm still on the wrong arm? Sorry about that, y'all. Oh, what did we do now? Keep the chest up. This side feels tighter for me. Back is straight. Chin parallel to the mat. And release. We're going to come into pigeon pose supported. To do this, extend your right leg behind you, and your left leg should be intending to be even with the short edge of the mat, which is likely not going to happen. What we're going to do is we're going to prop up under the knee, and we're just going to come down. You could also prop up the calf here to bring you a little bit of improved flexibility. And we're just going to come down and rest our head here. Toes should be pointing the short edge of your mat. This hip is really tight for me, so I'm struggling a little bit to get it right. come up, remove your blankets, and begin to set up for the opposite leg. Extending the left leg behind you, propping it up in the calf. Chest is open. And the toes are pointing towards the short edge of your mat. And you're gonna come down. If this is too intense, you could also bolster yourself up just like this. That works too. No restrictions here. Just staying mindful. Letting out a deep breath, noticing how you feel more relaxed. Come up, remove all of our blankets, and we're going to come into a reclined position. Place a blanket under your bottom for reclined pigeon. This is going to feel real cozy here. We're going to come back. Place one under your head too so it's comfortable. Under your, there we go, just like that. Find your position here, get it right. And cross your left leg over your right, flexing the foot. Option to grab behind the thigh and pull it in close to your chest. Adding a little resistance to the left knee, pushing it away from you as you keep the right leg flexed and intending to pull it in towards your chest and holding here. The neck should be long. Spine is straight. Tailbone slightly lifted off the mat here because of our blanket. Well, lifted off the blanket, I guess I should have said. And release. Bring the left leg back down the mat, foot on the mat, and cross the right leg over the left. Flexing the knee away from you, grabbing the thigh if you wish, and pulling it towards the chest. Staying active and engaged in this pose. You might notice as you sit here, the leg slowly wants to come back in. Keep actively pushing that knee away in a pain-free range. Maybe you get a little deeper here. You can really feel that in my outer thigh. How about you? And release. And we're going to come into Shavasana for as long as you want. You take your blankets and you place it under your lower back or your Place one under your head, place them under your arms if you want. Place, you're welcome to place blankets down at your ankles and the calf area to elevate that. Under your arms, get as comfortable as you want here. Take a deep breath. Let it go to the side. Let the feet fall to the side. Coming into complete relaxation. Your body should feel heavy. Breath in through your toes. Follow the breath all the way to the tip of your head. Exhale slowly, following the breath back down, out through the toes. Do this a couple times. Inhale through the toes. Feeling the breath go through the calves, the thighs, the groin, the stomach, the chest, the throat, out to the ground, and back down through the head, the throat, the chest, the stomach, the thighs, the calves, and back up the toes. Long, intentional breaths here. Gently remove your blankets whenever you feel called to. I hope you enjoyed. Please follow any of those poses for as long as you wish. Just hit the pause button and stay in any pose that feels really good for you. Due to me recording, I kind of had to make them shorter than I wanted to. I hope you enjoyed. If this was new to me or new to you, let us know in the comments what you thought about this style of yoga. If you'd like to see more, come back and use this video anytime you need. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.